Hello and welcome to the Virginia Virtual College Fair. For everyone in the audience, welcome. You can use your Q&A button at any time to ask questions of any of the representatives in our attendance to this evening. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. Be sure to sign up for additional sessions at strivescan.com/Virginia. The recording of this session and all the other sessions will be available at that same website within about a week. So without any further ado, I'd love to turn it over to Emily from Full Sail University. Take it away.
Thank you. All right. Hello, everybody. All right, so welcome to this evening's session. Again, my name's Emily. I'm with Full Sail University, and we are an entertainment school down in Orlando, Florida. So all of our programs have something to do with entertainment, media, art, and technology. I'm going to start off by showing you a quick video that kind of goes over who we are. So what you saw at the end there, if you're serious about your dream, we'll take your dream seriously. That's our motto at Full Sail. So if you have something in one of these entertainment fields, be it music, film, gaming, something like that, if this is something you're passionate about, it keeps you up at night, this is your dream, we're going to do everything we can to help you get there. So I'm going to explain a little bit about how we do that and what our programs look like. So first of all, you see it says fast and focused. At Full Sail, all of our programs are accelerated. So if you're trying to go for a bachelor's degree, usually they take about 4 years, but at Full Sail, they take just about 20 months for an on-campus bachelor's degree and 29 months for an online. So that's really advantageous for our students who are trying to get out in these competitive industries. They're only in school for 2 years, and then the rest of the time they can start working toward their dream career. Next, it says start anytime. So we actually have a rolling admissions, but not just that, we actually have rolling start dates. So we start a new class of students every month throughout the year, which is exciting because you can start whenever it's good for you. It's very flexible. Next up, you see real world education. So at Full Sail, we don't really learn so much out of books as much as we do hands-on with equipment, practicing our future jobs. Students also make portfolios while they're in school. Maybe they're making a collection of films or music or even business plans that they can then show to future employers to say, hey, I can do this job. And then lastly, you see industry gear. Each of our students receives what's called Project Launchbox. This is all the hardware and software that they need to be successful in their program. And students will end up owning this technology, which includes a laptop, a MacBook Pro, or some sort of HP. And students can keep these beyond graduation to use for freelance projects and future jobs. So next up, student life. At Full Sail, we do a lot of fun events on our campus. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about one of those in a minute, but we do have lots of clubs at Full Sail that you can get involved with. As with any university, choose what you're interested in. There's a lot to do, and if there's something that you don't see where you're like, hey, I would really like to have a painting club, then you can add that at our university. But one that I want to point out is Armada Esports. This is our competitive esports league. What you see on screen is our fortress. It is the premier and largest university collegiate arena in the United States. And we have a lot of different esports teams. You can see on here, Fortnite's on the screen, but there are a lot of different games. So if you're a competitive gamer, check it out. This is something that you could actually come to Full Sail for on scholarship. Next up, we see career development. Taking flight. At Full Sail, we have a big focus on career development. We don't want you to just learn how to do your future job. We want you to know how to get a job. So at Full Sail, you're going to learn interviewing skills, resume writing, networking. All these things are going to help you be successful once you enter the job market. And our graduates have gone on to work for a lot of big companies. You can see some on the screen here. EA Sports, HBO, Disney, huge companies, but our students also, don't get overwhelmed with that. You could also, if you're more into it, look for a smaller company or start your own. Two more things about career development that are very important is that our career advisors work with you while you're in school, but also after you graduate. So if you're 10 years out in the field and you think, hey, I kind of want to change things up or I need a new job, they will work with you to help you. And then you see course auditing. This is important because all of our students, once they graduate, can come back and retake classes for life. So that way they're never forgetting the skills they need and also learning new skills throughout time. Oh, great. And last, how to get started. If Full Sail is something that interests you, if you're interested in entertainment, please go to our website. It's fullsail.edu. Lots of very important information on there. You can see our scholarship guide. We have a lot of scholarships that are open for both campus and online students. So if you're a senior in particular, go ahead and check those out. And to request more information, you can also scan this QR code right now. Quick and easy, it'll take you to an information request form, put our admissions department in touch with you and get the conversation going. They'll be able to tell you more about our admissions requirements, tuition, a little bit more about our program structure, financial aid, anything that I don't have time to cover today. So go ahead and scan the QR code. And also, you can see behind me, my email is elmiller@fullsail.com. Feel free to reach out to me directly at any time and just let me know if you have any questions. So that's all I have today. Thank you very much.
It's not allowing me to start my video. I'm not sure.
All right, Marissa, go ahead and give that a shot. Or sorry, no, this is Lanisha. Let's see here. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Can everyone see that?
No, we're not seeing your screen share yet.
Okay, 1 second.
There we go.
Perfect. Thank you for that. So hello everyone, my name is Lanisha James. I am an admissions counselor here at Nova Southeastern University. We are located in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, about 15 minutes from the beach. So a few things that I would love to point out for you all is that we are at 5,600 undergraduate students. We are a mid-sized private selective research university. So a lot of our students are very medical school driven. We actually did start out as a medical school originally. But we're currently at 5,600 undergraduate students. A typical average class size is 17. So we really want our students to have the opportunity to engage not only with their classmates, but with their professors and faculty. One of the things that I really appreciate about NSU the most is the career coach. All students are assigned to a career coach as well as an Excel coach their freshman year, and they follow through with that same career coach their entire undergraduate career. So they're helping them with things like building their resume, doing mock interviews, actually earning jobs while they're in college as well as after college. They can also utilize these services after college. So if they decided to have a career change in the future, they can always come back to NSU and they can receive these services. We have over 50 undergraduate programs, so no matter what you're interested in, whether it is medical related, whether it's business, education, we have all of those opportunities available. And I do want to touch on our dual admissions programs. We have over 30. A few of the really popular are osteopathic medicine, as well as our law program and our business. So what this does is reserve a seat in that professional program after you graduate. You obviously don't go from high school directly to med school or law school. But if you are a part of this program and you maintain the GPA and pass your LSAT, MCAT, whatever your required testing is, you can transition right into it. And this will give you a peace of mind knowing that you won't have to compete with so many people once you do graduate with your bachelor's degree. So I would like to let you know that we also are a Division II university. We have over 17 teams and we have over 120 clubs and organizations on campus. I absolutely urge my students to get involved, whether it's networking, just having fun, or getting the opportunity to build relationships with other students. We have over a 99% student participation on campus. So I'll continue.
their careers, their communities, their lives. We give students the tools to harness the best within themselves and an edge to become more confident, capable, and caring professionals. NSU's practical personal learning environment gives all of our students a portfolio of work that makes them more marketable in any career path. It's an approach that's less like the classroom and more like the real world. It gives NSU graduate students more clinical experience, more personal attention, more career opportunities, and higher pass rates. NSU is the only university to give all undergraduates a 4-year career coach, and our dual admission programs offer them secured admission to graduate, professional, or medical school. Plain and simple, that's why graduates of NSU's bachelor's, master's, doctoral, and professional degree programs become the kinds of leaders that make a real difference in the real world. And that's what we mean when we say our students have the NSU edge. Nova Southeastern University. Prepare to dominate.
Okay. So when we say prepare to dominate, these are things that we want our students to know before coming in and what to expect. Our incoming class for the 2020 year had an A-B+ overall average. We had about 14,000 applicants and 1,750 were admitted. We are a very diverse university. We have students from over 100 different countries representing our international students. Most of our students come from Florida, and we do have a large population of out-of-state students. So we absolutely encourage your students to consider NSU. We have become test optional, but if the student is interested in our dual admissions programs, then you are required to take the SAT or ACT. And these are things that we do super score. So if you want to take it over and over, we absolutely encourage you to do so. And when it comes time to apply, we want you to first, you can utilize the NSU Shark link to apply, or you can use the common application. We will need your official transcripts. We will need your we became test optional, so you can turn those in or not. We need at least 1 letter of recommendation, but we can accept up to 3. And the essay is optional, but we do encourage all students to submit one. We always want you to stay connected via all panels. We are on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, you name it. You can also reach out to any admissions counselor at nova.edu/admissions, or you can give us a call. And please stay connected with me. My name is Lanisha James. I am the admissions counselor for the Southern region, and my email address is lanisha.james@nova.edu. I hope you have a great one, and I look forward to meeting you soon.
Great. Thank you very much, Lanisha. We'll hear from Mississippi State next.
Awesome. Let me get my screen up. Okay, hopefully that worked. So welcome to tonight's panel. My name is Grant Nairn. I serve Mississippi State University as the Assistant Director of Recruitment for East Coast students. So I am located in the district and work with students mainly from the DMV area. So I'm super excited to be here and talk with you all a little bit about Mississippi State. This is my 6th year with the university, and like I said, I work with all students from Virginia, so I'm super excited about the opportunities that you all have. So let's learn a little bit about Mississippi State. As you can see on your screen, this is a display of our campus. This is the heart of campus, what we refer to as the drill field, and it is surrounded by all of our academic buildings on campus. And so what we're going to do is just talk a little bit about Mississippi State and the different opportunities that you have there. Where are we located is a good question. So we are located in Starkville, Mississippi. As a reference point, that is about 2 hours north of the state capital of Jackson, Mississippi. We are very much a small college town, a rural college town, but we have been voted a top 25 college town in the United States. And so as you can see, there's plenty to do on campus with a lot of opportunities to get involved. And so the community has done a great job of surrounding themselves with the university students and taking them in and making them feel at home. To give you some background knowledge about who Mississippi State is, our original name was Mississippi A&M, and we were founded in 1878. And so A&M stands for the Agricultural and Mechanics, parentheses, engineering. And so since then we have adopted the name Mississippi State University because we have acquired many more academic opportunities for students. And so again, we are Mississippi's land-grant institution, so the agriculture and mechanics are very much our strong suits and our roots, but we have since then acquired a lot more opportunities for students to study. We are a Tier 1 Top 100 research institution. And so basically what that means is that we provide a lot of research opportunities to our undergraduate students. Incoming freshman students can start undergraduate research beginning their first week and second week of school and trying to make those connections and establish those connections before school even starts. In terms of size, we are located in the Southeastern Conference, and so that's a big traction for us. We do have about 23,000 students on our campus, but on the flip side of that, we're still small enough in the Southeastern Conference to where we still have about an average class size of 45 students and a 17-to-1 student faculty ratio. So we very much foster the smaller classroom environments because we have found that you students tend to thrive a little bit better in the smaller learning environments. So we definitely want to keep that to make it a little bit more conducive for learning. We have about 4,200 acres of campus. That is not our entire campus. That includes all of our research laboratories and research farms and different things of that nature. But we are the largest institution in the state of Mississippi. And so that's something we're super excited about, just to see the continual growth that we've had. And our university president is very passionate about keeping that classroom size small for you all. So next, what we're going to talk about are the different academic colleges and majors we offer. As you can see on your screen there, we have 8 different academic colleges with over 180 different majors. So a lot of options for you students. Obviously, we cannot hit on all of those, but what I'm going to do is hit on some academic majors within each of these colleges just to give you some insight. So within our College of Ag and Life Sciences, some of our strong suits are agronomy, animal dairy sciences, food science, nutrition, horticulture, and poultry sciences. Again, we talked about research institution, and so we conduct a lot of food research opportunities and working with the USDA Agricultural Research Center to basically eradicate hunger and poverty, and we're working to enhance food safety and quality throughout the United States and globally. Within our College of Architecture, Art, and Design, we have an accredited School of Architecture, the only accredited School of Architecture in the state of Mississippi, along with graphic design, building construction science, and interior design. All of these programs are studio-based programs, so students come into these programs and they set up their workshops, and that is theirs for the next 4 or 5 years, however long it takes you to complete your degree program. We are a top 25 nationally ranked School of Architecture, Art, and Design, and we have a Carl Small Town Center that basically is an advocate for meaningful design for small towns. We work with small towns all across the nation, and they are helping to basically enhance communities across the nation to revitalize. Next, we have our College of Arts and Sciences, Communications PR, Broadcast Meteorology, and our Pre-Health Professionals program are probably some of our strong suits in this academic college. One of the fun facts I like to state about this college in terms of meteorology is that 1 in 3 broadcast meteorologists hold their certification from Mississippi State University. So some pretty cool opportunities for students to get involved there. Next, we have our College of Business. We have an entrepreneurship center on campus. We're actually number 6 for entrepreneurship research worldwide. And so there's some great opportunities for students to take flight with their ideas and cultivate those ideas and build them to what they need to be. We also have an international business program that provides you the opportunity for 2 bachelor's degrees, 1 in any area of business and 1 in any foreign language of your choosing. And then we have a professional golf management degree program, and we're only one of 18 programs in the country. Next, we have our kinesiology program in the College of Education. Great opportunities for you there. And then our Bagley College of Engineering is aerospace, biomedical, civil, computer science, electrical, a lot of options there. Co-ops are a big opportunity that we like to encourage students to take advantage of. Next, we have our College of Forest Resources with environmental conservation, sustainable bioproducts, with a lot of research in basically helping conserve wildlife. And then we have our veterinary medicine program with some great options there if you're interested in the DVM program. We have an honors college on campus if you're interested in taking advantage of that. This shows you basically our non-resident tuition. And if you're interested in Mississippi State, I will help you through all of that if you become more interested. We are hosting visits on our campus. If this is something that interests you, you can come and visit us. We are hosting physical and virtual visits, whatever is more conducive for you. And then if you are interested in becoming a Bulldog, we are test optional, so you can apply and we will review your application for admission without a test score. And you can apply in any of the 3 Common App, Coalition, or our institutional application. And here's my contact information. If you need anything, please feel free to let me know.
Great, thank you very much. Moving right along here. We'll be hearing from Emory and Henry next. Oh, Scott, you're muted.
Thank you, Dan. Let me get my screen shared up here in a second. All right. Hi there, everybody. So my name is Scott Green. I'm the admissions counselor with Emory and Henry College. We are one of the smaller schools probably in this listing, but we are located in Southwestern Virginia, located just north of Tennessee, and are a smaller liberal arts institution traditionally. Over the last few years, we have expanded into a number of other areas, such as our pre-health offerings, as well as engineering and some other opportunities that I'll go into here in a minute. But some general background information on us is size-wise, we have about 1,000 students in our undergraduate courses, and then about 270 or so in our graduate program spread between health sciences and education. We have a number of other campuses or campus locations that are located in the surrounding area beyond the main campus, which I'll go into here in a little bit. But some other things to know is that in terms of average class size, we are about 13 students per classroom. And then we also have a student ratio with our professors of 10:1, which is really good for being able to offer an opportunity for very individualized learning for our students at Emory and Henry. But kind of going into some of our more popular degree programs that we offer, we'll go through that. So first and foremost, is going to be our School of Health Sciences. So right now, this is mostly going to be offerings for our graduate students, in particular focused on our physician assistantship, as well as occupational therapy and a doctorate of physical therapy that we do offer. We are looking into having some more offerings for health sciences in the coming year, but for now, that is the main focus. And with undergrad being mostly focused on a general pre-health degree. Beyond that, we also do have an equine program, both in terms of a riding team as well as a major as well. And so in terms of that, our team participates in IDA and IHSA competitions, and we have won 21 national championships in the past. Students are able to board their horses on campus if they'd like, or at the barn. And so we have that, and that is really having to do whether we have space at the time, for depending on how many students are boarding. Beyond that, we are also very big when it comes to theater. We have a few offerings between general bachelors of arts and then bachelors of fine arts in theater, with our BAs being offered in general theater as well as dance, and then our BFAs being focused on musical theater, directing, and production and design. We do work with the Barter Theater, which is one of the oldest theaters in the state of Virginia, that is also largely community focused and professional. So many of our students are able to work with the actors, actresses, the sort of the people behind the production side of things, as well as for those who are in business or communications are able to work with the marketing departments as well. So we have a number of opportunities available in that. We host at least about 4 to 5 shows per year that our students are able to participate in, and many opportunities for internships around the country throughout the summers as well. Now, beyond that too, getting away from majors just for a second, but we will go back to, we do have to mention with Emory and Henry, we are a big outdoor school being located in the Appalachian Mountains in Virginia. Our outdoor program is the largest club on the campus, which is about 150 students strong. So for us, just a little over 10% of the student body. But our offerings are pretty large considering. Every single weekend, we are able to offer opportunities for our students to go on kayaking trips, hiking, overnight backpacking. We do provide a bouldering and climbing wall area. And notably, for those interested in becoming leaders within the programs and pursuing our adventure team opportunities, we do offer a scholarship opportunity through that adventure team, as well as opportunities for our students to be trained in rudimentary wilderness survival and first aid. Beyond that, we are also the only school in the United States that offers a Semester a Trail program, which is a program for students to be able to hike sections or the entirety of the Appalachian Trail from Georgia to Maine while earning 13 college credits during independent studies that they will take while on the trail and communicating with professors when they reach trail towns along the way. That's an excellent opportunity if a student's really interested in the outdoors with us. And so going back to more of a major focus, we also are very focused on our education degrees that we offer. These will be primarily focused on those who are going to pursue secondary and primary education. And currently we do offer both an undergraduate degree for that as well as a 5-year master's program where students will be able to have a lot of hands-on experience working with students in the surrounding area. Newly being offered as of just this year too is that we are branching into engineering science. So this is going to be a very intro kind of essentially focusing major that will be focusing on getting students prepared for going into engineering courses at larger institutions. So it's mostly kind of a feeder program for sending students into larger tech schools. But that is a new one we are offering as of this year. And notably coming up here in the coming years, we are going to be looking at offering a lot more in regards to business. Currently, we do offer administration, management, and international for business, but we are looking to see if we can do some more offerings with that. We have just started hiring our new dean, Dr. Emmett Tracy, as well as revitalizing one of our older dorms on the campus into the new School of Business. So there will be new information coming on that. But as for some of our other information about going through the application process, we do take both our own Emory and Henry application as well as the common application. We are not a rolling admission school, so we're non-binding throughout the process. A student will only need to send in actually a high school transcript to us for having a complete application, since we have now moved to being test optional for the 2021 year. And so with that said, the main transcript will be the focus. We do accept AP and IB as well as dual enrollment credits. We have early action deadlines of November 15th and January 15th. Once again, these are non-binding, but offer some opportunities for our students after they have been accepted. And then in regards to filing the FAFSA, that after that, we'll be able to determine whether students are eligible to look at some of our application or some of our scholarship opportunities, such as the affinity and performance scholarships, which I will have listed here in the next slide or so. But with that said, when students do determine to come our way, we do have an enrollment deposit of $200, which is also non-binding, but is non-refundable. And so come through.
Sorry about that. Scott, do you want to wrap anything up?
Oh, no, I was going to say, the only other thing I was going to say is that we are free to apply, and if a student is interested, then they need only get in touch with me or right onto the admissions page on our website.
Great, thank you very much. Next, we will hear from Johnson & Wales University.
Great, thank you. Let me get this pulled up. All right, awesome. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and hear about Johnson & Wales. I think simply put, JWU is a college that is dedicated to building careers. And so what I want to do is kind of highlight how we do that and what makes us different. And I currently have a screen problem. I'm going to try again. My apologies. Okay, first I'll talk about where we're located. We have two campus locations. We're located in Providence, Rhode Island and Charlotte, North Carolina. And so if your major is offered on both campuses, you can actually study on both campuses during your 4 years with us. The hallmark to a Johnson & Wales education is experiential learning, that learning by doing, that hands-on approach to education, learning things outside of the classroom. And one way that we do that is through our learning labs. So here in Providence, you'll see a few of our labs They're state of the art. You see our physicians studies anatomy lab, our finance lab, our criminal justice lab. And so these are ways where you are going to actually master the technology that you're going to need in your career. A few more pictured here in Charlotte, a fashion lab. And that bottom left, that's a urban garden. And it's actually where we teach sustainable food systems. So class sizes will be small, which you would expect at a private institution like Johnson & Wales. You will not have any large lecture hall style classes. You can expect about 16 students in your labs and about 35 in your general classes. Our faculty have significant experience in the industries that they teach, and they are experts in their field. They're a huge asset to our students. And what they do is they become your mentors. And over the course of your time with us, they actually are connecting you back out to industry and creating a path for you in finding your career. First year students jump directly into their major. You will take courses in your major your first term on campus. So that's usually your junior or senior year. At Johnson & Wales, you'll do it your first term. We have over 70 different programs to choose from, spanning areas like business, health and wellness, engineering and design, hospitality, and more. But what we're really well known for, and kind of the most popular thing at Johnson & Wales, is culinary arts. So we have been a leader in culinary education for a very long time, but now we've launched our College of Food Innovation and Technology. And this is for students who want to major in, say, baking and pastry arts, culinary arts, food science, nutrition, product innovation. And what they're going to do is analyze the impact that food has on us. So if you're someone that would find it really exciting to have the hands-on skills of culinary, but also to talk about how food affects us through politics, through the social landscape, and maybe through other things like economics, then absolutely you should take a look at this college. 97.7% of our students have jobs when they graduate or go on to grad school, and it's not an accident that we arrive at that number. We have over 71% of our students have job offers when they are done their paid internship. Getting involved outside of the classroom is another way to boost that resume and have an employer take a look at some of the leadership opportunities and in service engagements that you've done at your time with us. So we highly encourage our students to get involved. In terms of athletics, we do offer athletics on both campuses. Here's a list of those programs. We are D3 in Providence, and we are NAIA in Charlotte. We do require that our students live on campus for the first 2 years. We have the traditional hall style dorms, we have suite style, we have apartment style, we have pet friendly floors, and we do allow students to bring their cars to campus their first year. Applying to Johnson & Wales is pretty easy. You can do so directly at our website. We also take the Common App. In terms of what we require, that would be your high school transcript. We are truly test optional. You do not need to send SAT scores. You're welcome to send other supplemental materials, but really it's just the transcript. I encourage you to apply by November 1. That is our early action deadline, but our regular deadline is March 1st. In terms of affordability, 94% of our students are receiving scholarships and financial aid. So when we review you for admission, we're also reviewing you for scholarships. So early action applicants applying by November 1 will know by Thanksgiving their scholarship and their admissions decision. Of course, we also encourage you to send your FAFSA to not just us, but all the schools that you're applying to. Visiting Johnson & Wales is really easy to do from home right now, but we are offering on-ground campus tours in both Providence and Charlotte. If it's easier to do so from home and you feel safer, that's great. We have virtual tours, open houses, as well as experience days on our website. If you'd like to stay in touch with us past this 6 minutes tonight, please just scan this QR code. This is a way for you to get on our mailing list and we can keep in touch. My colleague Marisa Marcy is with me tonight. She is the other Virginia rep. So if you are a Virginia student, Marisa and I will be your contacts. We will reach out to you. I cover Northern Virginia and then Central and down to Southern Virginia. And then Marisa has Lynchburg and then Richmond East over to the Eastern Shore. So thank you again for your time and attention, and I'll turn it back over.
Great, thank you very much, Stacy. I'd love to welcome all of the reps back, and if you'd like to use these last few minutes to answer any general questions, or if there was a fun campus tradition or something like that that you weren't able to cover in your formal presentation, and to our audience, feel free to type any questions to any of our reps in the Q&A box. Anything you guys would like to discuss? Traditions, general advice on the admissions process?
As far as traditions, at Johnson & Wales, we're the Wildcats. I should say we had it long before Disney's High School Musical did, but we have a big statue of Wildcat Willie that everyone does rub his paw before exams.
For us, we're really big on community service. So every week of welcome, when new students come on, everyone will go and do community service with their fellow students in the local area for the first day of classes.
At NSU, obviously, we like lakes and water because we're near the sun. We actually have what we call Gold Circle Lake, and our students will actually build their own boats out of different materials, whether it's carts, rafts, different things. And whoever can make it across the lake as a team first, they actually win that prize. So we do that annually, and it's really, really popular.
One of our traditions here at Mississippi State, like I said earlier, we are located in the Southeastern Conference, and so we're big on superstition. But one of our biggest traditions is the cowbell. And so if you are an entering freshman student, you are not to purchase your own cowbell. It's supposed to be gifted to you, and it's supposed to be an indicator of our football season. So it's to basically bring good luck, but also pester the mess out of our opponents.
I love that. I was a little nervous to unmute myself because, as you might be able to hear, my infant son is crying a couple rooms over. But at Full Sail University, our big tradition yearly is our Hall of Fame ceremony. It's been, this is our 11th year, and Hall of Fame is kind of our homecoming. It's a way for us all to come together and honor some of our graduates. So we honor 6 graduates each year that have been successful in their field for the past 10 years. And so we do a big ceremony for them, and the whole week is events and food trucks and things like that. Just to celebrate on our campus.
That's great. Perfect. Anything else? All right. Oh, go ahead, Lanisha.
Oh, sorry. I cut out the last minute. One last thing that I actually would love to mention is our Shark Preview Weekend. I mentioned the Razor's Edge programs and the dual admissions programs. Our students actually interview for those during Shark Preview Weekend. And historically, we will have students and their parents come to campus for a weekend. Students have the opportunity to stay in the residence halls with current students and also interact with other prospective students who came into town. We had a lot of networking and building activities for them, separate sessions for the parents to ask those questions that their students may not think about, like campus safety or financial aid. And then the next day, they will have the opportunity to interview for those opportunities. This year, for those scholarship programs, this year, everything will be virtually, but our students really love it, and that's what gave them the idea, or to let them know, hey, NSU is somewhere where I could really call home. They had that opportunity during high school versus coming as a freshman.
Wonderful. All right. Well, to all of our reps, I want to say thank you very much for sharing your time with us this evening, and everyone in the audience. When you close this window, there'll be a very quick 4-question survey if you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit of feedback with us. Also, as a reminder, be sure to sign up for additional sessions. There are 2 more sessions happening this evening, the next 2 hours. And you will also find a recording of this session and all the sessions on the same site where you registered, strivescan.com/Virginia. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a good evening. Bye-bye now.